Alright gamers, so we got a new patch. I'm enjoying this patch quite a bit. Obviously the big thing to note is going to be the homework changes, which is one of the big things I want to talk about because I think it is a huge and important thing to the game, to Lost Ark, and really to all of MMOs. Because daily content, weekly content is really what makes or breaks a game a lot for me personally. Like the moment I'm booting up a game to do something that I don't want to do is pretty much when the death sentence starts for the game. And to be honest, how I have not reached that point with Lost Ark to this point is kind of amazing. I think it's just because all the hopium that I'm going to get a good drop in Chaos Dungeon that keeps me going. But even that has its limits. You know, I was burning out. I stopped doing Guardian raids for like the last 2 months at least. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I hate Guardian raids. They always have this unfun gimmick. They take too long, they're annoying, and this one exchange is a godsend. It doesn't make Guardians any more fun, it just makes it more bearable. So as you probably know, the changes are for Chaos Dungeon, it goes by quicker, they aggro from a farther range, they come at you faster, and it's just overall a quicker experience, like a lot quicker. They say it's about a 25% change, and on some characters it even feels faster. Now Chaos Dungeon is still 2x, which I guess we can argue if that should be 1x or not, but it's worth noting that this is a band-aid change. They've out and said that they still have other changes they want to do to make Chaos Dungeon more fun. So I'm looking forward to that, but I do think these changes are really good. So to sum up my Chaos experience prior to this, I was just watching Netflix, YouTube, watching something, just absorbing information, barely paying attention to Lost Ark, because I really didn't expect out of Chaos Dungeon. It was just something I was getting done for the sake of getting it done. Now comparing it to now, I'm looking down at the other screen, I'm looking at the game, I'm actually paying attention to some degree, looking out for that Faded Ember, hoping I get that juice or drop. Now I haven't done my Chaos for today, which is, right now it's 8:19. So far I've gotten a good handful, I've gotten a couple card XPs, I've gotten many epic selectors, I got a random legendary, I've gotten a 1 million silver and a 10k gold, and that was me running on characters with rested, I should say, and it was my roster characters plus anything that was 1540 plus, so that was about 9 characters with Aeromancer and Deadeye on top of it, because those are very fun classes that I'm going to be playing, and yeah, that's a topic for another video probably. I think I've had friends get up to 20k, maybe 30k, but overall yes, this is a really great change. It makes Chaos Dungeon worth doing, like to a very high degree, and you know, you might be making more gold off of Chaos Dungeon than you are raiding. When it comes to Guardian raids, I've pretty much said everything. You know, it is 1x and it is much more bearable to do. I am actually doing Guardian raids now, though I wouldn't care if Guardians just got yeeted from the game. Personally, I haven't had much luck for Fade Embers with Guardian raids. I've gotten a whole one so far, and that was on my Glaivier running Desk Looted trying to get the Leap Stones for my Artillerist, and it was a 1,500 gold one. Now, I haven't done my research on this yet, but I think if there are limits on where certain gold caps and silver caps and rewards come from these chests, these embers, it's going to have a big effect on where you park your characters, which with that concern, I have been pushing, or I've been trying to start pushing everything to 1490 and just sitting it there and just doing the occasional rested on things. So now I gotta talk about this, like if they're worried about making things more fun for people, why the hell do we have Wounded Task still? All they do is waste time and waste Bifrost, like triple the rewards, triple the reputation gain on them, and let people just do one a day. Because I get that you can't just overall increase the rewards of chaos and everything if you want to keep the reputation system in, you still gotta do the quest. So yeah, just triple everything, including the reputation. Let the people have their Bifrost back. So yeah, that's the Guardian Rage and Chaos changes. That's the changes to our daily life in Lost Ark. The thing is, there is such a fine line between daily content when you have things that you want to do and things that you have to do. And I think Chaos is getting to a point where it's something that you want to do. Now, is the content itself really that much more fun? Yes, it is a little bit. I mean, you do get the speed boost more often, or you always have it, I think. There's no longer the frustration of mobbing things. You know, everything just comes at you. Hitting an Emperor card on an Arcana is just a great feeling in that kind of situation. And you know, just knowing that any kill could be your Fate Ember, could be your big cash gold money, as opposed to thinking that, hey, I could get this accessory, then I gotta hope that it rolls the right stat, rolls the right quality, has the right engravings on it, and there's like so much less variables involved, as opposed to that dopamine hit of hitting that, seeing that big shiny Fate Ember, which, I mean, yes, it could be a dud, but yeah, feels good, man. Now, obviously, I don't think this is what's going to save Lost Ark. Do I think it helps? Yes. Do I think it's great? Yes. I think this kind of change really helps the existing player base and the recently quit, but the people who have been gone for a while, they're not going to come back just for this. And as much as I would like to use the Steam charts as a kind of sign of that, it's hard to say because a con just came out, so that's when a lot of people are coming back too. But we have seen a pretty good rise, so hopefully we kind of trend upwards. I definitely will be looking at that Steam charts when we get jumpstart servers and see how that goes, because that's going to be the interesting one. Unless we get the full details on the jumpstart server and it's just completely whack and just awful. Now, I know that it's up to me, it's up to you, it's up to us to decide how much content we do. but there is no arguing that this game incentivizes you to run 6 characters of everything. Cause now even though we save so much time doing Chaos Dungeon, there's gonna be a lot of people who are tempted to run more characters of Chaos Dungeon and still end up spending the same amount of time on the game. So remember, it is up to you to resist that urge. The weekend prior to this, when everybody was holding on to their Chaos and Guardians, it was actually really nice to just log in, do my action energy, do my life energy, and then log off. Me and a couple other people from my static picked up an old game that we used to play, Rocket Blade Point. And it was really fun to do that all weekend. So what I'm getting at is the further changes they had to daily content along with the gate reduction and raids. I hope that we can kind of normalize the idea that you can play other games while playing Lost Ark. And I think once we get to parity with KR, that is more likely to happen because that's when our content cadence slows down. But yeah, that will be it for this video. I just wanted to put a short one up, basically as a reason to use the new mic for this kind of process and see how the recording goes. Feel free to give me some feedback on the sound. Also feel free to guess what I had and what I switched to. But more importantly, let me know what you think about the homework changes and how you feel about them. What still would you like to be changed? So yeah, I'll see you all next time.